Hello there! This time I'm staying in our village and I'm spending 3 nice days over here. And for most of the days I thought that I'd like to go out and explore the wildlife that we have around and also the surroundings that are, well, not that familiar for us. On the first day I did 2 short hikes, one in the morning when the sun was rising and the other in the evening when the sun was starting to set. And as I had some online meetings on Monday, well, on the first day, I had to be very fast, very quick, so I didn't have much time to prepare and also not much time to go around.
This morning I made a short stroll around the house. I'm wondering to find the animals to take pictures of. And there's quite a lot of them around here, but they're a bit far away. So I saw an elk, I guess, a moose, a fox and a rabbit. So right now I saw moose somewhere around those trees. And I'll try to get a little bit closer. I just put in new batteries, new guns, and I'll just go and try to chase it a little bit. Also I have my first meeting in an hour, so I have to roll fast. Something spooked the moose a little bit. It's not me because the moose is looking the other way. And at first he ran, or she ran to one side and to the other side.
However, I spooked the elks and somebody else spooked 2 mooses. So I had my curiosity on and I knew that I will have to return to that place and that I will have to, well, get better pictures and get closer to the animals. So that's what I did in the evening. I went out early, I had more time so I could be loose. I went out and I went to the fields. One was the very big field. It was not that full of animals, it was actually very empty, but it was very large, but it was very sunny also, it was very beautiful. But the other field where in the morning I saw the animals, I decided to go from the other side rather than in the morning and check for the spaces over there where I could hide, and I did exactly that. I prepared one spot where I could put my tripod, I cleared all the branches so that I could have a clear view. And also I scouted for the paths and for the other optional locations, and I called that territory the operation zone. So my evening began when I started to scout the big field. I went out, I glanced a little bit, I checked with binoculars how everything is going and if any animals are inside. Then I moved to scout the places, and then I went back to the golden field because it was the golden hour on that moment. And I saw those animals, the same group, the same elks, in the distance. They were pretty far away, and at some point they started running into the forest, and eventually they appeared in the operation zone. So when I saw that they are there, I started to sneak carefully to the locations that I scouted prior, and it was a very useful thing to do, so I knew where I have to go, where I can go, so I just laid low and went straight to that position.
So the same pack of elks that was in the other field. I followed them to the field where I was prior and had this hide. Let's see what we can get.
First one was pretty in a distance from the field, so I just went there, checked how everything is visible and if the animals are over there, and then eventually I decided to go to the spot that was closer to that field, to the animals.
So I came from there and I'm going to this corner of the forest and behind that field.
In the end, of course, sadly, I couldn't go through the wall of grass silently without spooking the animals. So I waited till the last battery drops in my camera over there, and till the last actually light drops, because the sun was set when the animals came to the field, and after all of that, I just made my final push. I tried to go a little bit closer, but the animals were pretty alert already at that point, and they moved away eventually. So the day was pretty interesting. I saw many animals, and I knew for sure that they are circling around the fields that are over there. This evening I'll go there again. I'll go back to that place, and I'll go also a little bit earlier so I can scout around as prior, and then go to the trusted location and see how it goes. And in this instance I thought that maybe I could show you what I'm bringing when I'm going on such light exploration trips, when I'm scouting the positions of the animals and the fields around, and what my kit consists of. I would categorize my kit layering, or just kit categories, into 3 categories. The first one is the things that I'm carrying in my hands or somewhere like on me. The second one is what I'm carrying in my pockets, and the third one is what I'm carrying in my belt. The fourth might be the backpack, but on such short trips I'm not bringing one. But on the bigger trips it would be of course necessary and a very valuable thing to have. So, let's begin. First things first, the camera. It is shooting this video right now, so I cannot show you, but I'm bringing my Sigma 100-400 lens. And on my Sony a6400, this becomes a very nice setup. I like the Sony because it has very good low light performance, and this was my test rig to know if I'm interested. This is actually my B camera because I'm using a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera when I'm doing my regular work. But this was a very nice try because I like the low light performance. I don't like the jittery, jellish video, but you have what you have. Also, I have another lens. It's 18-135. That's on the camera right now. There's a Rode shotgun mic, that micro go, or how is it called? I don't remember. And that's the thing that I'm carrying in my hands. Of course, it has a tripod, and these things are either on my shoulder or in my hands. The other thing is not only the other thing, but the other camera is the GoPro. I like it because it's a hassle-free approach to capturing some of the moments on the go, so I can just grab it and take short videos. It has a Joby tripod on it, so I can hook it mounted everywhere. It has already broken a few times, and well, it was glued in some of the places, but it still holds strong after probably 3 or 4 years of using. So these cameras are my choices on these light trips, and that worked pretty well before. I really like that I can vlog in bad weather with this one, and also in the transitional moments when I might be, for example, driving or doing other stuff that it requires the camera to be exposed to the elements. The third thing that I have is binoculars, and this is a game changer for me, especially on this trip, because I didn't use binoculars prior. Well, I used binoculars, but they were, well, very poor quality, and I couldn't find much use of them. They were that poor quality. So I bought also not very expensive ones, but they really changed the game for me. I could see more animals right from the start, and also a nice thing is that the view that I'm seeing through the binoculars is pretty similar in proportion to the view that I'm seeing through my lens, through my Sigma lens. So at 300 millimeters, somewhere around that. So if I can see the animal clearly and in good shape, well, in good size through the binoculars, I'm pretty sure that I can see the animal also through the camera, and I can take pictures. If I cannot, then I have to get closer. So the other things are in my pockets. So there's not much. These are just 3 tools that I'm carrying with me most often. So I have a knife. Well, it's a Swiss knife. It has many functionalities. I used to have the other one that included only, I think, 3 things: knife, a saw, and something, maybe a corkscrew or something like that. And of course the pin set and I don't know how is that one called, but I lost it somewhere in the forest, so I had this one also. So as this also has a saw, I didn't see the reason to buy a new one. But I have a dedicated knife. It's also a very simple knife. It's plasticky, it's easy to use, it's not like very expensive, so I can bash it and mash it and do whatever I like with it. So I really enjoy having, well, a dedicated knife and a good tool to work with the branches, for example, that is sturdy and that I can use, well, no matter the reason. This also fits into my pocket, by the way. And the final thing is the Leatherman. This one is, I use this one with my motorcycle, I use it with my cameras, I use it with all the things that need some adjusting, fixing or tightening. And this is one of the reasons why I'm carrying it also to the forest. That's because tripods sometimes get loose, the camera get loose, or some other elements become, well, not as they should be. So this is a good way to fix things on the go. And maybe to sometimes destroy the snares, because poachers are leaving traps for animals in the forest, and this thing can cut through wire. And this is a very good thing to do if you see poachers leaving their equipment and trying to sneak on the animals. So we have this also in the pockets. The final layer in this video is the belt, and I'm honestly pretty excited about the belt, and maybe this is because of the military things, but I just knew that I will have to have a belt. At first I thought that I will be using the military belt with all the pockets and everything, but later the situation was that I needed it fast, so I bought it in the Decathlon. I bought the hunting belt or something and attached a few bags close to it. This, for me, in my opinion, is one of the most convenient ways to carry things. Period. Why, you may ask? And the first thing is that you can always move things around. For example, when I was walking yesterday in the evening, I was wearing a ghillie suit and it did not have the pockets, so I could just, well, it didn't have the holes to the pockets, so I could put this one on top of it and have all the things in my reach. That's why I'm not carrying my phone or keys also in the pockets, because they might be covered by the suit or by the situation. But the belt is always with you, and it's always somewhere there within the reach. So what do I carry in the belt? There are a few things in here, and there are a few things that I will put together with you. The biggest compartment, and just to make it clear, this is not the setup that, I don't think that this is a proper setup belt-wise, because I would still prefer the military belt, to be honest. Because military belts can be much more customizable, you can put pouches and bags, they are much more durable, and in a way they might be more silent than this one. So, first things first, what do I have in here? I have a big pouch over here, so this one carries my ghillie suit. I'm not wearing it all the time, so I might be just putting it on some occasions. So I have my, well, concealment thing, scarf, wherever, that I can put in front of the branches or somewhere where I need to hide, or even on my head. Also, I have, well, this is the ghillie suit. They are made from the same fabric. So this is the ghillie suit. This is a very lightweight commercial Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, something costed, I think, less than 20 euros. But it worked pretty nice yesterday. I could blend in with the branches and with all the grasses. It broke the silhouette a little bit, but I think this is a very good thing to carry around. It does not weigh anything, and in the colder weathers like right now, it's autumn, it's another layer of protection. I really like this thing. So it goes into this big pocket. Should I put it inside or should I put it aside? That's the question right now. Okay, let's put it inside. So the other pocket also has something related. This is various bungees and ropes. So these are to fix things to the other things in the forest. So a hide can be made pretty efficiently and very fast and still very lightweight. The other pocket that I am filling with is the personal stuff. So wallet, phone, keys go in here. I have everything there. Also there are some warmers that can warm hands or feet if I need so. Some glucose, although I'm keto. Some ginger. Yeah. And the mask. Days we live in. Also, I have another warmer, cable for the phone, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes I just put micro elements also in there, because if it's a longer or hotter hike, then I have to, well, drink something together, or if I get cramps. Never happened. This one is the utility bag. I would say this have everything to get the fire going if I need it so. Also has a teeny tiny separate knife, some rope, and surprise surprise, it has another lens. I totally forgot about it, but I don't actually carry it very often, but this is my Helios lens, Helios 44, and I bring it when I'm in the artsy mood, I would say. So tonight is the night. I'll bring it together with me, because all that golden hour in the golden fields, good views. Alright, let's put everything back. You see, not that much. We already visited this place. Let's go over here. This compartment is audio compartment. I have a handy Zoom recorder. I use it to record ambient sounds in the field. Also, there's a cable for it, and also there's the power bank. I don't use actually batteries. I just use the power bank. And also power bank doubles as the, well, power source for the other instruments that I might need. And speaking of which, another USB cable. We're getting close to the final pouches. So this one is empty right now because all the things are in front of me. This is the battery and SD compartment. This is very close for me to reach, so I can change them in an instant and pretty quickly, so that I don't have to like look around and put my hands in which positions. So I'm carrying my 3 batteries for the GoPro and also for 4 for the Sony. So there are some also inside. I have this little nice pouch, it is very useful, and I put the camera batteries and all the other batteries actually. If the leads are down, this means they are full. If the leads are up, this means they are empty. This way I can find out right away which batteries to pick and which ones to leave. And right now, while talking, I put them the wrong way because they are all charged up. So this pouch nicely fits both of them. One slot fits both one Sony battery and one GoPro battery. So in total I have quite many batteries, and if needed, if the trip is longer, I can bring a charger for them and leave it charging together with a power bank in one of the pouches. So batteries are in. Also the SD cards, the storage. So I'm bringing lots of small SD cards. There's the empty pack, there's the full pack inside. And also I'm bringing the OTG adapter. No, it's not the OTG, USB-C adapter, so that I can, if needed, review pictures in more detail on the phone and share it on social media or send it somewhere else if needed. So I can do that right on the way. And also this fits into my Mac, so this thing goes a long way. Up, up. And this compartment is more or less done. So the final one, the closest one and the loudest one is filled with, this will be my water, and these will be my snacks. I'm not sure if I'll be actually bringing snacks, but if I need it, this goes inside. Honestly, in the military, I used to use this one as my glove compartment. So I don't know if I should be, well, I'm carrying these gloves, which are a little bit rough, so I can, well, move on the ground easily. And also, various plants don't stick to this as easily as to the fleece. I don't have them here, but well, plants don't stick that easy to this one. So, yeah, that's my kit. So this is it. I'm good to go. I'm packed. I'm ready. So in a few hours I will be heading out. But I would like to know about your choices for the kit. How do you carry your stuff? What do you put inside, and what are the essentials that you wouldn't leave your house on the wildlife photography trips without? Share that in the comments, and see you soon next time.